The sands of West Africa are burning again. In a single night, Mali was hit by a coordinated assault, unlike anything the Sahel has seen in years. From Bamako to Kidal, multiple fronts ignited almost simultaneously. Fighters moving with precision, speed, and coordination that defies the image of a scattered insurgency. This was not chaos. This was design. Thousands advanced across vast desert routes, striking key positions and pushing dangerously close to the heart of power. A senior military leader was killed. Strategic cities came under pressure, and for the first time in years, control itself seemed uncertain. So the question is simple: who planned this, and why now?
Cities under attack by jihadists and rebels, Russian mercenaries in retreat, and a defense minister killed in his own home.
Hundreds of armed fighters linked to Al-Qaeda tried to storm the barracks on motorcycles. In Sevare, around 600 kilometers northeast of Bamako, gunfire echoes near a camp used by Russia's Africa Corps mercenaries.
The scale and coordination of the assault suggests something far beyond an isolated militant uprising. Moving large numbers of fighters across difficult terrain, striking multiple locations, and using advanced tactics all point to a level of planning that raises questions about possible external support. Analysts increasingly interpret such events through the lens of proxy conflict, where local actors become part of wider geopolitical struggles. Statements from Moscow have added to this narrative, suggesting that foreign-trained elements may have played a role in the operation. While these claims remain contested, they highlight a key reality. Mali's conflict is no longer purely internal. It is now connected to broader global rivalries and shifting power dynamics, where influence is contested not only through diplomacy, but through indirect confrontation on fragile battlegrounds. To understand this situation, it is important to consider Mali's recent political shift under Assimi Goïta. His leadership marked a break from traditional Western partnerships, including the end of cooperation with French military operations. For supporters, this was a move toward sovereignty and self-determination. For critics, it introduced new uncertainties in an already volatile region. Following this shift, Mali turned toward alternative security partnerships, including cooperation with forces linked to the Wagner Group. These forces have supported operations against insurgent groups and contributed to strengthening military capabilities, particularly in areas where state control had weakened. However, their involvement has also raised concerns internationally about accountability, long-term dependence, and the broader implications of shifting alliances. At the same time, armed groups such as Jama'at Nasr al-Islam wal-Muslimin continue to expand. Their actions are shaped not only by ideology, but also by local grievances, economic incentives, and shifting alliances. In some cases, they have coordinated with separatist factions, highlighting just how fluid and pragmatic the conflict landscape has become. This convergence of state forces, insurgent networks, foreign actors, and local militias has created a deeply unstable environment. The conflict is no longer defined by clear sides, but by overlapping interests and constantly shifting alliances. This makes it increasingly difficult to identify where internal dynamics end and external influence begins. Mali's natural resources also play a significant role. As one of Africa's leading gold producers, control over these resources is both an economic priority and a source of international interest. In regions where governance is weak, competition over resource-rich areas can intensify violence, drawing in both local groups and external stakeholders seeking influence. Regionally, Mali's alignment with Niger and Burkina Faso reflects a broader shift in the Sahel. These countries are increasingly pursuing independent policies, attempting to reshape regional cooperation while navigating pressure from multiple directions. This emerging alignment signals a changing balance of power in West Africa. According to the Global Terrorism Index, the Sahel now represents a major share of global terrorism-related deaths. This highlights the severity of the crisis and the urgent need for solutions that address not only security threats, but also the underlying conditions that allow them to persist. On the ground, civilians continue to face the greatest burden. Displacement, economic hardship, and insecurity remain widespread, with communities often caught between competing forces. For many, survival depends on navigating a landscape where control shifts rapidly and unpredictably. Mali now stands at a turning point. Its future will be shaped by how it balances internal sovereignty with external pressures, and whether stability can be achieved in a region marked by constant change. What unfolds here will not only define Mali's path, but will also influence the trajectory of the wider Sahel region in the years to come.